Bitcoin is $63,700, and right now the price is bouncing. Yesterday the ETFs were buying, but on Wednesday next week it's the next FOMC meeting, and we get to meet Kevin Warsh. But what does Kevin Warsh do to Bitcoin? Well, every single new Fed chair that we've had, pretty much since Bitcoin was created, has created a 70% drop, an 86% drop, a 60% drop. Every Fed chair has made a bear market. But Kevin's hitting at a bit of a weird time. AI and the AI boom and the stock market boom wasn't happening at any particular change on that chart. And so the question becomes, this level of resistance above the current price of Bitcoin, is it enough to attract Bitcoin's price towards it throughout the course of the weekend? Or are we now stuck in limbo until the new Fed chair arrives? Well, drop a like on this video. Turn on the channel notifications. Watch this tutorial on how to use Ubit and join the $10,000 to $1 million challenge. It's linked in the top of the video right now. You can also find a link to it in the video description, or just join the $10,000 to $1 million challenge here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, my name is Jordan. I've been trading on the internet for years. I've done an impeccable job, and sometimes I do these challenges where I take $10,000 and try and turn it into $1 million. Well, there's now 542 people following me into the next challenge. And yesterday I fired the warning shots that this is starting. As soon as I get that moment of perspective, that moment of clarity, we're in. So if you did want to get involved, links are in the video description. Also join my free Telegram. But with that being said, the funding rates today, neutral. That's just the whole market today is looking neutral. That's because we've seen volumes drop to some really terribly low levels, and they'll continually decline all weekend. And when we look at the Bitcoin volume versus price history chart, we can see that right now we're super low in terms of volume. And when we go over to the 4-hour chart and we look at these, let's just look at this. This is terrible. Every single time this happens, we have a massive spike up in volume, like a few days later, and then like another big spike up and a crash down. So be my guest. So the question becomes, when are we going to get this massive volume spike upwards? Because surely that doesn't happen on Monday, and then we have a new Fed chair on Wednesday, and then on Wednesday we get even more volatility. Surely we just kind of continually see this volume drop off and this massive inactivity in the market. Because when we look at how the volume is being distributed right now, we can see that Bitcoin spot volume is making up about 9% of the overall volume on the market. That means it's ahead of its average of 6% that it's done over the course of the past 30 days. That means that spot volume is contributing more to the market than usual. And that means we should look at what spot volume is doing over the course of the past 24 hours, and we can see that it's selling off. But it's selling off on super low volume, but also Bitcoin futures volume is also super low, and that's buying. So what we have here is no decision. And that's why I closed my open long position that I had in yesterday's video. So now I need to look for a new trade, but the problem is, have you seen the color of the light? The light color right now, I've turned my lights off, it's orange. And orange means uncertain and sideways mainly. Really just orange means sideways. Because we're going to get some more consolidation this weekend on the Bitcoin historical volatility charts. We continually do nothing and go sideways before we get a massive spike up in volatility. It's coming. Just like the $10,000 to $1 million trading challenge. Something else that we can look at today is the Bitcoin exchange balances. And on Bitcoin exchange balances, we see that actually that rose a tiny bit, about 5,000 Bitcoin in the past 24 hours. Then we look at USDT exchange balances and see that also that rose, which meant that we actually had an increase in liquidity, which furthers the theory of this can just got kicked down the road until after the next FOMC meeting, which I think I might stream it. I'm really seriously considering streaming the next FOMC meeting. So if you can get this video to 1,000 likes, I'll definitely do it. But if you don't press that button, I might not, because it is quite late at night for me. But I kind of want to do it. But anyway, then we look at the crypto long versus short ratio. You can see the past 24 hours, a slight long bias here, slight short bias actually over the past 12 hours. And then it's just slight biases all the way through, to be honest. No clear direction. So then we look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map on the 24-hour, and we can see again, there's just no clear direction. I can take you through all of these time frames today, and all I can say is we are setting up for a big move. This is the 3-day Bitcoin liquidation heat map. You can see just above at the level, that's going to be bait all weekend, $64,500. But the way I see it right now, we're setting up for a whoop. Do you get that same vibe too? That looks juicy, doesn't it? But that looks really juicy. And this is the 1-week Bitcoin liquidation heat map. But if I go over now and I show you the 1 month, you'll see what gets my blood tickled, boiling, whatever you want to describe it. What? 1 month there. Look at that. Juice pile down there. Absolute pure cash, that range. Above it, yes, we do have a lot of liquidations, but those are from short positions that entered at these levels down here. What's more likely? People that recently went long on Bitcoin getting taken out, or people that went short on Bitcoin at $80,000 getting taken out? Now, you'd have to include me in this as well, because currently I'm, what is it, about $10 million, $11 million short, something like that, and I'm in a huge amount of profit here. Bearing in mind I've already taken $270,000 profit, I've still got $1.966 million on the table. But obviously, I'd like to walk away with that. That's a lot of money. I could buy something cool with it. So I'm not just leaving this, I'm leaving it open so that when we go up a little bit, I can really straight into it, double the size of the trades. Yeah, sure, we average down the entry a little bit, but they'll be huge when this thing pops. So I'm now making all of these decisions that are going to lead into the next phase, and I'm treating this weekend as the way to approach that. Because again, I could walk you through the aggregated Bitcoin open interest chart, but I could tell you basically, look, the price has been going up because it's been going, there's nothing. There's just so little money in the market. People aren't pressing buttons, they're not trading, and we're about to experience some explosive move. And currently that explosion has been upwards, but my thought here is we're doing the wick off. I don't doubt that. The next move on the wick off is down. It's a little bit up and then down. And for me, if I could slot in double the size of my trade between $65,000 and $67,000, I'd like to double the size of my short position. If I can get it in that range, I'm pretty confident that it's the correct decision. Now, I don't base this theory off of hearsay, I base it off of facts and what is going on Earth. So let's look at the news. The news are that people that were poor and working for SpaceX as just contractors earning $28 an hour are now millionaires. The news is also that apparently an Iranian peace deal is going to be signed in a few days. And it will happen, and they will sign it and they'll go, deleted. Google's $900 million investment into SpaceX is now worth an estimated $140 billion. They're going to want to take profit. SpaceX has got a market cap of $2 trillion. But we still have major unrest in the world. And although they are working to reach some kind of peace agreement, I'm not sure anyone's explained this to Trump yet, but there won't be peace in the Middle East because there hasn't been for 50 years, and you just stuck your oar in, caused a bunch of trouble, now they hate you, and they're not going to give up or stop. Like the Russia-Ukraine conflict, it will go up and down, but it'll keep going. In other news, strange news as well, Switzerland are going to vote on capping their population at 10 million. Now this is a fascinating policy because it basically means no immigrants in Switzerland, and also potentially no births in Switzerland if they hit the 10 million cap. But this is the exact model that England is meant to be following. That was kind of the whole point of leaving Europe, but since leaving Europe, because the country is managed by idiots, all they do is copy and paste EU law, but now we don't have a say in it. In other news, everyone got paid. It's SpaceX IPO day. And Jim Cramer said, buy SpaceX, so you know what's going to happen next. In the world of crypto, they said the Clarity Act is going to pass by the 4th of July. I'll believe that when I see it, but if it does happen, the price will go up. And for some reason, this is in crypto, like this is what I mean about the infection of stock market news into our industry. How is this related to us? It's got nothing to do with us, and yet I'm still reporting it. Anthropic's pre-IPO shares fall as US government shuts down its most powerful API model. Now, if you like AI like I do, and I thought, where has Fable gone this morning? Fable got deleted because the US government got sad that it's better than ChatGPT. They've got a government contract with ChatGPT, not with Anthropic, because Anthropic didn't want to work with the government. So the government in the US has shut down the new updated version of Anthropic's Claude, and that's caused the price of Anthropic's shares pre-IPO price to go down significantly. Coincidentally, this all happened on SpaceX IPO day, and remember who put Trump in office? Telling you, insider game completely. But it's a weird one because they won't let Sam Bankman-Fried out of prison. He's been trying his best to get Trump on side, sticking money in his pockets and all sorts. Sam made people money, but the problem is Sam invested in Anthropic. Trump doesn't like Anthropic because the government says that Anthropic's bad because they won't give us the weapons stuff. All they'll give us is the same thing that everyone else will give us. You never know, it might have been different if Sam would have put the stolen FTX money into OpenAI instead of Anthropic. But it is strange because the man wants to pardon some really terrible people and not him, and he made people money. Yes, he stole a bunch of money, but at least he invested it well. In other news, KuCoin is getting sued because they delisted a token, it took the market with it, it cost an investor $2 million and KuCoin haven't paid. But to be honest, that's about it this weekend, isn't it? There's not a whole lot of news on a weekend. When I look at the market at the moment, I look at the market and I go, we've got to wait for Sunday night, to be honest. Sunday night's going to be the big one. Chart-wise at the moment, look, resistance at the top of the range, support down there, draw your 2 lines on it. Whatever it does, it's going to reverse it anyway because it's a weekend. I could go into some super detail, but I don't fancy it today. It's a weekend. I feel like your time today is best spent joining the Chart Advantage Telegram group, because if I do make a change, I'll be posting it in that group there that says my free Telegram. I might take a trade this evening, but only if something looks good. And what I'm really most focused on is getting ready and getting fully set up for the $10,000 to $1 million trading challenge. And if you want to join the 542 people that are joining me on this mad mission, you don't need $10,000, but it would be a good idea to watch this tutorial that I posted to my YouTube channel. If you click on it, it's like 7 days ago I posted this video. But also this video will be linked in the very top corner of the video you're watching right now. I'm super excited for the next week, and you should be too, because it's gonna get interesting. I wonder when that liquidity kicks back in again, because currently they're just not doing anything. No one's doing anything. It's the quietest Saturday that I've seen looking in a while. So my suggestion is enjoy your Saturday, because next week it's gonna get crazy again. Drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on channel notifications, links in the video description, join the 10K to a million challenge, and I'll see you in a bit. Ciao!